Jay here, we're at Glenn Helen and we got some 250s to test. It's gonna be really fun. Okay, dual injector setup. So you have to decide if you want to spend that kind of money. No dual injector, a little cheaper option on the suspension. We haven't compared them directly before.
Oh, this thing is faster.
We have a 250 SXF. These are the newer generation bikes, 23, 24. Mine right here has dual injector from Jamie at Twisted with the Vortex mapped for it. Dual spring forks, closed cartridge, newer forks. Rado's over here is a similar hour bike, but no dual injector and a single spring race tech conversion. So a little cheaper option on the suspension. Neither one of us are huge fans of the air forks. So we want to put in the spring forks, which helps us a ton, feel more comfortable on the track. And then the added power on the 250. So we want to compare these things. We haven't compared them directly before. So it's gonna be fun to test these things, see how the motor feels on this one versus that one. And the same thing on the suspension, we'll be able to tell. It's a lot of money to do this kind of stuff, but it's really fun. Okay, here's the heart of the dual injector setup right in here. You just pull the filter off.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that.
Twisted.
Okay.
Okay, Jay, so while you do the air filter, what do you think? What are the expectations? How much better would this thing run compared to my bike?
I don't think it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be noticeable though. And so you have to decide if you want to spend that kind of money. So that's what we're gonna see is how much of a gain worth the money. 250s, it's all about small differences. People go, why don't you just ride a 350 or 450? I don't feel quite as safe on one.
Yeah. So my bike actually has a Vortex ECU done by Twisted and a full FMF system. That's about it. And also I got an open air box.
Yeah, and you
just like that.
So you have the screenless cage and open. So it's like I said, it's just the dual injector difference.
Yeah. Let's ride. Oh, you can feel that extra injector, man.
Because it's just one of my favorite places to ride, and with some overcast skies, we had perfect conditions, and then it got rough enough at the end where we could really feel suspension changes, and that makes a difference. Because on a Tuesday, it's a lot lighter crowd, and the track doesn't get as rough as it does on a Thursday or a race day. Right. What'd you think of the track?
Oh, I loved it. Today was so fun. It was a little different. They took out a couple sections and added some other jumps. So yeah, it was fun. I haven't been here for like 4 months, but so fun, man.
So for me, it's like 12 days, which is like a huge break. So
yeah, that's long.
They made some changes to the track that were really fun. So our first time riding those. And now let's talk about the bike. Okay, so when I was riding, I realized the difference between the two bikes with the dual springs on my bike and the dual injector on my bike. Everything else being equal, they're about $3,300 difference in those main mods. So that's a lot of money.
That's quite a bit.
Considering you only bought your bike for like $4 grand.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a $3,300 difference is pretty significant for about anybody, unless you're a rich guy. And the rich guy's not watching this video to learn how to. He doesn't care. He's just spending whatever. Right. So here's the deal. It's $3,300 first. So what I want to talk about first is the suspension. I want to talk about suspension first because right here, I can go without saying that Race Tech single spring conversion is the best bang for your buck.
It feels good.
It's so good. Now my bike I feel like was a tiny bit better, but I will say my bike was set up a little softer for, Rado's was set up for a little bit heavier rider, like 15 pounds heavier. Right. So when I'm on it, it does feel a little bit stiffer for me. But I feel like I could tweak on and do some clickers and adjust it some more. And I felt this, I told you this before, I've ridden Donnie's bikes out here before with the single spring back to back with my 350. And I felt like the single spring conversion, that race stick is the best bang for your buck. If you need to convert a bike from air forks, that's the best way.
Yeah.
So let's say my bike is like, 9.33% better. in suspension. If it's that much better, I don't think it's worth the extra. It's probably $1,500.
That's the difference in the price.
At least because you had to, because on the single spring, it's around $1,100 to get it done, right? That's just, we're just talking forks, and okay. So it'd be another to get a dual spring kit, either a KYB kit or a 6500 kit, and then have somebody set it up for you, like what Racetech did. It would be another $1,500 on top of that. So you're going to spend anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 for a set of forks.
That's quite a bit,
dual spring forks. So when you weigh that out, I feel like that Racetech single spring conversion kit is the best bang for your buck. I don't. Would you agree with that?
It feels good, but I did feel the difference between your bike and my bike. Exactly, like mine's a little bit more stiff. And when we set it up for me, I was 215. Now I'm like 195. Yep. So maybe we should revisit that and get a little softer.
And when we set it up though, I think you were going down. So we set it like 200, 205. We did guess low. So, but it is still just a little bit stiffer feeling, and so is Donnie's. But man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't complain. I think if you hadn't ridden my bike today, you wouldn't even ever have a complaint.
Going downhill, when you jump downhill through all the bumps, I think in some other bikes maybe I would start getting a little bit squirrely, but this suspension I can just go straight, and it ate everything, so it was pretty good.
All right, so let's address that right away. Racetech single spring is a good way to go if you're wanting to get your fork conversion done. We also have a discount code if you bring up a Dirt Bike TV J Clark when you're there. And again, a 6500 kit is a slight bit better, but or a KYB kit, but probably not worth spending that extra money. Okay.
Unless it's a birthday gift for your son or something.
Right. And if money's no object, go for it. No problem. But if you're gonna weigh it all out, because you're not gonna get a lot of that money back, you can take the single spring conversion or the dual spring, whatever you do, you can take it out when you go to sell the bike, because when you sell the bike with the upgraded forks, you'll never get the money back. So let's talk about the engine. That's always our favorite thing with 250Fs. And I did a long moto on mine, like 36, and then I did a couple like GoPro sessions, and then I did probably got like over 50 minutes range on my bike. And man, I just love it, and the dual injector just has some good hit and really good pull, longer pull. Yeah. So when I got on Rados, it's great. It's great everywhere. I think the main place that's not quite as good for me was up the hill.
Uphill, yeah.
Up the hill. That's where you notice it right away. It's like, doesn't have as much.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, when I was riding my bike, and I didn't touch yours yet, I was feeling that this thing is so fast. I love it. It was pulling those hills, and I was not asking for more. I didn't need more. But then I jump on your bike, and that little bit more you get in the mid and top, it's noticeable. And dude, I love it. I wouldn't mind to have it on my bike too. Right.
So just the Vortex from Jamie at Twisted that's on your bike, just that alone makes up a huge part of the difference. Yeah. So now you already have like half of the gain, and then you add in the dual injector, which we have some video of how that works. That sprays in, and that's at the higher revs. That's it. Wide, 3/4 to wide open throttle. That's second injector's injecting in.
Did you feel that might have maybe a little bit better bottom? I felt a little bit better bottom on my bike.
Maybe a tiny bit.
But then once that kicks in, then yours just pulls. And pulls longer and stronger.
Longer and stronger. When I was on yours, I was wondering, are these the same gearing? And we have the same gearing on the bike. So I was like, I felt like I was having to shift yours a little bit sooner and all that. So I was really happy with the Twisted dual injector, but I will say, if you're looking at the bang for your money, bang for your buck, and a mapped ECU, the stock ECU, and then the Vortex from Jamie at Twisted, you can do those two, and then the dual injector would be like if you want the ultimate setup. You're not going to get your money out of it when you go to resell that thing. So know that, but it is awesome. So if you're a vet guy or you got a young kid racer and you want the ultimate, that dual injector from Jamie at Twisted is pretty amazing feeling. Now with 250s, it's not like adding a big bore kit or, you're not adding 5 horsepower to the bike. You're adding a ton more throttle response and just torque feel through
Yeah, there's a lot more meat.
Yes.
On the mid and top, you can feel that difference. It's different.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. So, and again, when I hopped on your bike, and we have some footage of us battling back and forth where I was on your bike, and it was definitely harder for me to catch up to you.
When I was on your bike, right?
Yes, harder to catch up and to make up that time when I lost some time or whatever. So, again, if I had never ridden my bike today and just ridden yours, I would have thought it was incredible. Yeah. So if you're not comparing them back to back,
exactly.
It's cool what you can do with the resources out there. And people go, why wouldn't you just, I've said this before earlier, why wouldn't you just buy a 350 or a 450? Myself, and I think Rado's there too, if you're an older guy and you've been a lifetime novice, let's say, you know you're not going to progress. I think our opportunity to race, 50 Pro or 60 Pro, we're not going to make it, right?
No.
So
probably not.
Most guys that race 50 Pro or 60 Pro raced Pro when they were young. Okay?
Yeah.
We're not. It's not like we're going to work our way up. So we're going to be lifetime novice, whatever, B, C rider, whatever at best. So we accept that. So when I'm on the track, I want to feel safe and have fun, and we're not racing very often at all. So we do a little bit of racing. We want to have fun. We're at the track, do long motos, feel safer while we're doing long motos. On a 250F, I feel a lot safer, longer time. I can ride a 350 in the track, but first of all, I can't do as long a motos on a 350 or 450. I can't. I mean, I'm so more tensed up because it's a lot more bike to handle.
And it gets you into trouble.
Oh,
when you get a whiskey throttle or something, or go a little bit long, you land kind of funky, and you give it a little whiskey. That 250 doesn't do that.
Yes. So anyway, great time riding these two bikes. It's fun that we have two that are so close together, and everything that we did in building these things. We have some great products on there, companies that helped. With ARC and Recluse and a Torch Light, FMF. Of course, we're blowing over that. We have that stuff on there. Decal Works made some great looking graphics for us on these bikes. And so we have some great companies on these bikes that we're overlooking. We're just talking about suspension and engine, but some great looking bikes. We have some cool photos that Rado will be putting throughout this video of our, when these things are both all nice and pretty looking. So, and Rado has a full video on his build on his channel. And then my bike we shot a long time ago. And this is kind of my do everything bike. I did put a fresher engine in this thing a while back, a couple months ago. So I put a little fresher engine. It had half the hours that my other one did. I was able to get a good deal on one from MX Locker, so that was a good deal, and I sold my other one. So pretty sweet deal. So,
but how cool are these KTMs?
Oh, and that's
like this generation,
right? And I just wish. Like with the I bought a brand new, not a 25 350 XCF. It comes with those same forks that are on my closed cartridge dual spring forks. It comes with on the off-road bikes. I wish the motocross bikes came with those, and they are going to in the future, like 27s that we're looking at. So from what I understand, 27s will have them, hopefully. But it's kind of it's unfortunate because the bikes are so dang good. You just wish they came with suspension that was as good as a Yamaha is stock. Because a YZ250F stock, we can both hop on it and just feel amazing. And with stock suspension even. So, and we're bigger than the bike set up for. So hopefully that helps you guys out. We had a fun time. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of this footage, us babbling about how cool these bikes are. I really enjoy the steel frame bikes, and I'm glad that Tomac's enjoying them too.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's caught on to what we already knew, which is good. Exactly. All right, hopefully you guys like that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And what else?
And stay motivated. See you guys later.
See ya.